On the gate, 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 on the gate. We on the gate right now. Let me tell you how I got 12 years solitary confinement, key block. You know what I mean? So they moved me. I had a little bit of key block time left when I went to upstate. So they double bunked me with the homie called YG Menace. That's my little Scooby right there. They bunked me with homie. So that night, the first night we bunked with me, you know, he was a young homie, just came in. I already had like 5 joints in, you know what I mean? Doing my thing throughout the state. But now I'm in the box with YG Menace. I'm his bunkie. So, you know, he was a cool homie, you know what I mean? Homie used to go on the gate all the time. Back in the days, before you go to bed, you call all the homies and you be like, yo, homie, I love you, homie. And they be like, I love you back, homie. And you know what I mean? I used to tell homie, yo, stop telling homies you love them. Because back in those times, like 2099, homies started getting B-loc. You know what I mean? A lot of homies started getting blooded out, and it'd be the homie right next to you order come down that he gotta go. So I could put the work in on him because he's my bunkie. If niggas say he gotta go. Well, anyway, I had a visit one day, right? I went down to the visiting room. Good visit. My sister came to see me, had a good visit. And when I came back from the visit, the homie sad, rude boy, because nobody was coming to see him. So he was a little stressed out. Anyway, long conversation start. We stayed up all night vibing about New York, vibing about shit, you know what I mean? And in the morning now, the homie like, yo, this nigga next door to us, that nigga fooled. So I said, nigga fooled, why he fooled? Nigga like, yo, he tried to push a spoon down one of the homie throat in some other jail or whatever that situation with. But he tried to push a spoon down the homie throat. You know what I mean? And the homie was a little homie. So I was like, alright, from he fuck with a homie, you know, that nigga gotta go. You know what I mean? Even though we in the box, we gotta find a way to get to him. And he gotta go. So what we did, this nigga Menace clogged up the toilet in our cell. And being our cell is next door to each other, the toilet in their cell started overflowing and the toilet in our cell started overflowing. So the police gotta take all of us out of our cells and bring us to the bullpen. Son said, yo, he got a 555 on him. He got a gun, a razor. So they took me out. But what we do is put on our, you know, we got a green sweater and then you got your shirt that you can put on over your green sweater, and then you push out your stomach so that when they put the chain, when they shackle you and you put the chain around you and you push out your stomach, it make the CO think that the chain is tight on you, but it's really loose on you. So when you get into the bullpen, you can slip out of the chain. So they took me out, they took YG out, they put us in the bullpen. Once they put us in the bullpen, YG had a razor. It wasn't a big razor, it was one of them big razors, but he broke it in half, gave me one, and he got one. Boom. Now they put the nigga Bunky in there. We already tell the nigga Bunky, yo, you don't have nothing to do with it. Just be easy. You know what I mean? When your Bunky come in here, you know what time is it. You know what I mean? We slipped out our chains, you know what I mean? We got the razor, we got the chain balled up in our hand. Boom. They put the nigga in the cell, in the bullpen with us now. He's sitting in the front of the bullpen. You know what I mean? As soon as the CO walked away from the bullpen, you know, somebody kicked him in his face. He dropped to the floor, and niggas was on his ass. Hey, 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 hey. You know what I mean? Ate his food. You know what I mean? He ate his food. I ate his food. We both got a snack out of the kid. You know what I mean? Anyway, the niggas start screaming. Police come to the bullpen. But look, before the police came to the bullpen now, check out this wild shit I never seen. It was some Rikers Island shit. And you remember, I didn't come up in Rikers Island. I came from out of town when I got locked up. So I'm like, damn, what we gonna do with the razors? What we gonna do with the razors? Do you know this nigga YG Menace wrapped the razor back up, both razors back up in a little tissue, it was a tissue or plastic, I don't know what the fuck he wrapped it back up, threw it in his mouth and swallowed that shit. But it was a way where you swallow it and it don't go all the way down your throat. You could cough it back up. You understand? So he swallowed a razor. Police come to the bullpen now like, yo, who cut? What happened? What happened? The nigga was like, the nigga that got cut up, he like, you see my face, you know what happened. Somebody cut me in here. You know what I mean? It ain't my bunkie. The nigga was dry stitching. So we like, yo, I don't know what happened. And the nigga was just in the corner and the nigga just started cutting himself. I don't know. We was like, we don't know what happened. But how we got fucked up on that situation is fucking camera. You know, the 2,000 boxes, upstate boxes, outside the bullpen, there's a camera. So they seen the whole movie on the camera. You know what I mean? So even when we say we ain't do it, they like, yeah, inmate boom boom kicked them. Both inmate jumped on them and start eating them and then got up like nothing was happening. So we end up Jose Pico went to the hearing, you know what I mean? End up getting 12 years apiece. And the fucked up thing about it, YG Menace, he was about to go home. So he ain't even end up doing none of that box time because he ended up going home. They gave me more time than I had left because I think I ended up catching a new bid. So my 2.5 to 5 turned into a 4 to 8. You know what I mean? So the rest of that 4 years, I had to do in the keeplock isolation up in upstate box. You know what I mean? Word. That's how I got 12 years keyblock time for that bullshit in the bullpens. Word. And that's how I end up going home from the box. Because once you in the box, you know what I mean, you start getting it on again. I had another movie with me and this Dominican nigga. You know what I mean? Caught more time for that in the box. Even when I was getting, that's another story. I got another story when I was getting deported and they moved me to Pennsylvania and I end up going to the box there. But that's another story. But because of that 12 years in the box, they couldn't do nothing else with me. So what they started doing now is giving me the diet. Anytime I get in trouble, they give me the loaf. That's bread and water for lunch, dinner, and breakfast. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I get the loaf. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all know what the loaf is, but that ain't nothing to fuck with, man. But thank God for the homies. Some of the homies that was there, like the homie D-Train, Buck Wild. You know, my homie Uptown. You know what I mean? Man, Do Warrior. You know, nigga. Even the 550, you know, Daddy-O. Niggas used to send me food on a line. You know what I mean? Because they was starving the kid out. You know what I mean? So niggas would have to put macaroni and cheese in a yellow envelope, step on it, you know what I mean, slide it under my door so I could eat, you know what I mean, or in the rec yard throw a line with some food so I could eat. Word, shit was hectic, you know what I mean, but that's it for On the Gate. That's a story from upstate New York, you know, Jose Pico, that bitch ass nigga, you know what I mean, I hope you come to Jamaica one day so I can see you, bring you to the beach. You know what I mean? Show you what the sharks look like in there. You know what I mean? And Hernandez. What's the other CO? That bitch ass CO. CO. Bouye. That's another bitch ass CO that was working in upstate box. You know what I mean? Shout out to the whole upstate box, man, and the bitch ass COs. Word. Niggas gave me 12 years. Key block. Anyway, that's another one for On the Gate. Yo, I'm gonna start having On the Gate where I invite people and we really go on the gate and kick it, you know what I mean? But I got a few more stories before we go on the gate with that. Shout out to my homie YG. I heard he end up going home and coming back with football numbers for some shit in Crown Heights, man. Freedom is a must. I hope you come home one day. I'm signing out.